Welcome back. Making good progress on a Candia here. Got key 1, key 2, and we found a couple of interesting new enemies. Let's go around this way and search for this third sand key. Here. Nope. Okay, here's something. Slithia's Nest. Slithia's Nest. Even the name sounded slithery. No prizes for guessing what kind of enemy we're going to find here. A nest of the most vile creatures, slithering serpents, winding their way around each and every crevice and corner. Gunthro had a feeling he'd have to traverse it somehow in order to progress on his quest. It was a good thing he had a few tricks up his sleeve. Oh, they do use greenhouse here. Okay, this is a tile set that was introduced in the second sky, I believe. But yeah, it's also a nice one. Okay, well, there's our sand key. There's a serpent, more on that in a moment, but looks like we cannot do that room just yet.
Now, serpent skins can't be cut with a sword, but if you trap the head, the body's got nowhere to go and shrinks down to nothing.
Yes, so this is demonstrating here. Oh, interesting use of blue doors here. Those are mostly just decorative. So this serpent here, if we take one step, see its tail shrinks because it has nowhere to move. So it'll die in 5 turns. Well, 4 turns because it can't just be a head, it requires a tail segment of at least 1. These snakes, on the other hand, these serpents are going to come out and try to get to me.
Just like that.
Hey, what about conservation of mass?
Well, kid, you're too young to know about that.
The humor in this game. So the movement for the serpent algorithm, it does involve the timer, that's why you have the clock here. I would say that Wraithwings are the most complicated enemy in the game, but serpent enemies might be the next most complicated. They're gonna feel probably the hardest for somebody who's new to them, but they're fairly easy to manipulate once you know a few tricks. I'll get into that a little bit more as we go. But for now, all you need to know really is, well, they can't move diagonally, and oh, no, we're fine. They can't move diagonally, and they tend to move towards you. They also kind of get confused easily. Let's just use this spot here. There we go. So yeah, your biggest advantage dealing with serpents is that they cannot move diagonally. Okay, here. Okay, looks like. Well, this is gonna be no problem. So we just have to. Okay, something else. Serpents cannot cross force arrows. Wow. There we go. Totally had that backwards. Okay, so you're just making a trap for them there. Okay, if we drop the trapdoor, we can kill the serpent. Now, the trapdoors in this place look a little bit different. It might throw you off initially. Oh, hello. If we step on this, this opens, and then bad things happen to us.
I've never worked out why, but serpents hate arrows. They never travel over them, even if they're headed the right way.
I think you're just making that up.
You know, of all my nephews, I like telling stories to you the least.
There's a classic DROD line. Vthro's amazing. Everyone should aspire to be more like Gunthro. Okay, so what's gonna go on here? Well, okay, I think I'm gonna be able to demonstrate here. No matter what I do with my sword, that's not going to end well for me. Get back here. Ah. There we go. There we go. So what I'm doing here... Oh, how do I want to time this? Is this a good time to go? Maybe? No, not with my sword like that. There we go. Oh, and they killed the serpent for me as well. Yeah, if you can get the serpents trapped on other enemies, even other serpents, that they will take care of it for you that way. Interesting. So I need something on this in order to have access to the roaches. Okay. Oh, I see why this isn't going to work. Well, first of all, these are on force arrows. Okay. Yeah, if I do that... Yay, I win! I need to manipulate this snake so that it's a little bit further back. Okay. Good, okay. So, serpent movement. There's 3 sets of rules for how they move, and I'm going to be exploiting that a little bit here. So the first rule, I guess, is if you are in the same row or column as the snake, as the serpent, it will try to move directly towards you. If that square is blocked, in this case it's blocked by its own body, it will instead just move directly away from you. So you can use this to get them to travel long distances in a straight line, as long as you're in the same row or the same column. Second rule, if you are not in the same row or column, so you're at a diagonal to some degree to the head, everything's measured to the head. If you're at a diagonal to the head, it will try to move towards you either horizontally or vertically, depending on its preference. From 30 to 4, it's horizontal. 5 to 9, vertical. Horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. So it's currently on vertical preference. So if I step north, it does that. Now, vertically, it would prefer to move south. If it's never... so then it goes to the third rule, because it's not able to make its preferred move. The third rule, if it has no other moves it can make, so the first 2 rules don't give it a move that it likes, it then tries moving north, east, south, west, and finally just waits if all 4 areas are blocked, at which point it'll shrink and eventually die. So, the point of all that, it's currently on vertical preference, so if I move north, it'll be in range, it'll see me, it will move north 1 square. If I wait until we're in until we're in horizontal preference, well, this is actually, I just did something very bad there. Yeah. See, right now it has, okay, I'm gonna have to time that again, because I was moving in the same column as it, so it was always gonna follow the first rule. Staying in the same column, it tries to stay in the same column. So if I want it to move here, it's on horizontal preference on tick 30. So I can do that to force it this way, which is what I want, and do that to force it that way. If I wait until 5, it's going to move north, because it has vertical preference in this, not horizontal. So here, it prefers to move south, but it can't because it's blocked, so then it checks northeast, southwest. So that's kind of a quick rundown on how this works. If I grab that, it's going to do that. That's fine. There's another checkpoint over here. So from here, I might be okay. If I do this, I'm going to be stuck. Just to be safe, I'm going to back up. But I think, yeah, it'll come back and let me out. Okay. Oh, and let's just stay here. That's fine. So that was a quick explanation of the serpent movement rules. It's just the kind of thing that knowing explicitly how they move, you don't really need that. I completed, as I've mentioned before, Gunthro was the first DROD hold that I've ever completed. I did this one, I then went and did DROD 1, 2, and 3, and then 5, Second Sky, which is the last official DROD hold that's come out so far. And I managed to do all of that, excepting some of the endgame Second Sky content, without actually knowing explicitly how serpents move. So it's not entirely necessary. You can kind of just get a feel for it, as long as you have the rule where the serpent, you know how to move it long distances by being in the same row or column as its head. As long as you have that rule, you're pretty much good to just kind of fumble your way through the rooms, and you'll get a feel for it pretty quickly. So I would really say that's just the most important thing to know, and everything else just comes with practice, and once you get a feel for how they move, then look up the algorithm again and everything will make sense. That would be my recommendation for learning serpent movement. Onward! Okay, we have a trapdoor, so if we step here, the serpent gets out. And we need the serpent to step on this to let us out. However, if we are standing here, the serpent, well, okay, because I mentioned before, it prefers north. If it doesn't know where to move, it'll go north, east, south, west. It means on this intersection, if we are standing here, it's only gonna ever want to move in those two squares. And so it's just gonna move up here and get stuck. This intersection, it's going to want to move in those two squares, right? Because the body is blocking it, it can't move in one, so it's going to move here and then it's going to get stuck. Same here, it's going to want to move north. So if we want to force it, generally speaking, if you're not trying to manipulate serpents in any particular way, they will end up at the northeast of a room. So moving them south and especially west is harder to force a serpent to do. So this is basically we need to fill those 3 spots with the golems, and that will force the serpent to only have one path available. Okay, this is a pretty simple little thing once you know what to do. And then I'm gonna actually have to go all the way around. Okay. From here, I just wait. There we go. Oh, I remember this room. Okay. This room is a little bit of a pain. So we have a trapdoor puzzle. Paint your own path, basically. You know how serpents move more or less, but it doesn't matter if you have only a single option to move. We need... Okay, all 4 of these lock this. This releases the serpent. Okay, we need to... These are all east-facing force arrows. So we need the serpent to move... hit this pressure plate first, then this one, then this one, then this one. So it has to follow a path that'll do that, and then die, so that we can get out. Oh, there's a tunnel there for our convenience. Okay. There's no red door, so this is just a matter of... Okay, well let's do that. If the serpent gets here, it's... Well, okay, if the serpent gets into this row, it's going to try to move north, Right. To make things easier so that it doesn't have the option of moving out of this maze at all, I am actually going to have it go north one step here, and then I'm going to clear this out after. So we need it to go here first. Okay, so this should be something like that. Like that. I think that forces it to do what we need. Man, this was a lot harder the first time I played this. Nice to know that I'm making progress as a DROD player. Okay. Unless I've missed something, but I don't think I have. Yes I have. Okay. Wait. No. It's... yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if this was another yellow door, I would have had to have given it one more space of movement or something. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking there. It's fine. It's all good. Okay. Brains and serpents. The brain takes control of the serpent and does pretty much what you'd expect. So this serpent's going to chase us forever and ever. So from here, we just need to... Can I do that? Yes, I can. Okay. Very, very slowly... Oh man. Nope, my sword's facing the wrong way. Okay, so I'm gonna have to spend... well, going this way... There we go. If I have a turn to wait anyway... do I need the serpent to follow me? Is there any reason why I wouldn't just cut a diagonal here? Yes, because I need it to step on this because I can't step on it because of the trapdoor. So I'm gonna go this way, kill the brain, it has to die there. Okay, so I do need to clear out all of these broken walls. Okay, what is going on here? If I do that... No, I don't have enough moves. Okay, I'm being inefficient about something here. Okay, so how can I do this more efficiently? No, you're gonna do that. That. Oh, whoops. That was me just hitting... That was me hitting the wrong thing. Is that really as far as I can go? Okay, I got one more. Oops. Eventually... do this again. Eventually I'm just gonna have to make a run for it. But I should be able to do that. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get one more. So I think that's it. Huh. Nope, I need one more. Can I get that? I don't think I can make this. Yeah. Okay, let's do it this way. I think that might get me an extra move. Yes. Okay, so I do 2 cycles here, but then I start the race immediately. Okay. And that will give me the one move that I need here. Okay. Oh. Fine. I will go and get that last trapdoor. I love the way the pits look in this room style too. I just find it to be a very, very pretty room style. Alright, so we finished this side. And over here, looks like we have a couple more rooms to go. Okay. Yeah, so with these brains here... if we had... Oh man. Yeah, we need to get them off that way. Going along a diagonal. And from here... Yeah. Yeah, if there's like a hole in here, I could trick them that way, because the brain sees a diagonal path, but the serpent doesn't. Or sorry, the serpent will be convinced by the brain that it can make it through a diagonal path, and then it'll just get stuck and die because it can't move. But in this setup, that's not possible, so it's just a matter of killing the brains, running away from the serpents. Okay, here... brain again. Yeah, because of the brains, you really don't need to know about serpent movement that much, because with a brain it becomes pretty obvious. Okay, how do you want to do this? If I have my sword facing this way, I can get around here without ever blowing up a bomb. So I think that's what I want to do. Oh, okay, that's an open. So then I just do this, and which way do you go? Come around that way. Okay, and you are now trapped. That will blow you up. And these are just a matter of, well, doing the same thing, isn't it? I point my sword away where I'm never going to stab that bomb. And there we go. Oh. I don't have a good feeling about that. I might want to leave another diagonal, because if it thinks it can get to me diagonally, it might stick around in here. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Also, probably don't want it to be this close to me. Yeah, this isn't going to work at all. Is it? Or it's just really, really easy. Okay. I was overthinking it. So this seems to be the brain side. Is there one more brain room here? Multiple brain rooms. Okay. Ah. Okay. That's a fun little trick. If you're standing on a door when it closes, you're invulnerable. The roaches can't attack you while you're on a closed door. So I need to, because I need this to be down, I need to kill the brain, and then have you toggle this, and then keep moving north, which will get you killed. I need the brain dead because I need to take that out. Do I need to worry about these trapdoors at all? Feels like if that's an easier way of doing things, that would be... Okay. Do this. You're not doing what I wanted. There we go. Now, because I'm in the same column, it's going to move towards me. There we go. Oh, another room to the north still. Well, I guess for symmetry. Can I? Suddenly I'm thinking there should be a secret room right here. I had one here. I suddenly feel like I'm missing a secret. Okay, I'll deal with that in a moment. Okay, no brain. So here, if I just go north, I get stuck. Until that happens. Okay, it's not too bad. Oh, perfect. There we go. I don't think I really need to explain what happened there. Okay. What opens you? That. Okay. So I need... I can never go north. Yes, I can. I can go north. It's a toggle. Can't I just do that myself? Like, I know that there's a puzzle here I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm curious now. What's going to stop me from just going in here and doing this on my own? Force arrow. Okay. Why are you doing that? Because you have vertical preference. Okay. You're gonna move to the... You're gonna move that way, of course you are. That's not any good. This is what I mean about... There we go. Actually, I don't want to do that. So from here, I want you in the top. There, perfect. Except that you're going in the wrong direction. Okay. There we go. Yeah, because that's... There, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the roach ride the serpent so that it doesn't get stuck on these, because I want this roach here. So I'm just trying to get the serpent up here. What's the movement order on these? Roach is first. We don't want the roach to cut the serpent off, so we'll do that. Yeah, because if I do that, it's fine, but if I do that, then it jumps ahead, so I have to wait, and there we go. Okay. Okay, you're in there. Now let's get you like that. Same deal as before. Oops. Yes, in the middle of the body. There we go. And from here, do the same thing one more time. get lined up, like that. And this will kill the serpent. Okay. There we go. Wait a minute. Okay, I had to step there. Probably the hardest level in this whole set. The hardest room in this set. I feel like... I really feel like I'm missing a secret for some reason. So I am gonna quickly scan all the walls as I'm leaving here. Yeah, nothing there. No, I don't know why I got this idea, but let's maybe not. Yeah, because I saw that one. No, okay, maybe I'm just crazy. Okay, what's going on here? You toggle that, which will let both of us through. Okay. So the reason we don't do that, right? There's a brain. Okay. Trying to figure out why that didn't clear it. So I need you to help me get through here. So basically what's going on is I need to drop all the trapdoors to get past this and keep the serpent alive. It doesn't matter which my sword's facing. I'm gonna have to wait for you to catch up to me. And this is where I can get a little bit tricky, because if I do this, you this is fine, because if I do this, yeah, because I don't want to, if I do that, well, I'll demonstrate here. See, it thinks it can get to me across the diagonal, and it can't. So I need to keep it safe. This is just going to be a case of... Oh, that's neat. That was easier than I was expecting. Nope. Let's do that first. Nope. I think I've lost by doing what I just did there. Yep. Now let's leave that one for last, because I feel a lot safer. Oh. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep a little bit ahead of it like that. do that, it's gonna die, but if I wait, it's fine. Okay. Sword orientation doesn't matter because it can't cross the arrow. Okay.
You have proven yourself worthy. Here is your reward.
3rd sand key get. Okay, so that's the serpent. Rather interesting enemy. The way you deal with it is quite unique compared to the other enemies in the game. This is a relatively short episode. I'm just going to quickly uncover the rest of this, because I have a feeling the next one's going to be long, so I'm just going to explore the rest of Acandia now. Okay, looks like there's some stairs there. Valley of Sand. Port of Acandia. Let's go check that out quickly.
I can take that raft back to Razarus. But leave now while the traitorous twin and captain still draws breath? I think not. But leave now while the traitorous...
So I move there and then move back all in one turn, so he is very quick about that, making that decision. Okay. We go up here to town.
Hang on. I don't want to go anywhere that's inhabited. I might catch the Zealot's plague.
Yeah, and I cannot exit that way. So that's the way back to Razarus eventually, but for now... that's all of Acandia. Except for this, where there's probably going to be a 4th sand key. So we'll check that out in the next episode.